Hey everybody. Well, if you guys watch some of my videos, my recent videos, you'll see I've been working on this Freightliner Sprinter that I bought. It's a diesel engine, 5-cylinder engine, and I'm getting ready to take a trip, with it. I want to do some maintenance on it, so I bought a few things for it. Bought a fuel filter. But I don't think I need that because I found out that the one that was on it was replaced like less than 10,000 miles ago. So I think it's good. Got some oil filters. I don't know what brand they are, but got those. I'm going to change the oil on it. I got these brackets for the back doors. They use these on RVs to hold the doors open. And I've seen videos where guys have had the doors open on these Sprinters and the wind catches the door and they're standing back there. And the doors are huge and the wind catches the back door and whips it around and knocks them flat on the ground. So I decided I'm going to mount some of these on the side of the body and use them to hold the doors open. Well, I'm in the back of the van, so I bought those. And I want to do some work on the injectors on this thing because as you saw in my video about the injectors, I kind of temporarily fixed that one, so I bought this aftermarket hose that runs across the top of the injectors. When I power washed the engine, if you saw my power wash video, I kind of tore that up, so I bought that. I bought some of these, a set of these copper washers to go underneath the injectors, and then I also bought a valve cover gasket. I'm going to remove the valve cover and try to fix the problem with these injectors, the bolts holding them on. Oh, and I don't know how good these are. I may regret buying them, but I bought some Chinese-made glow plugs. The Bosch ones are like $70, and these were like $20. So I don't know if they're going to work or not, but I don't even know if the ones that are in there are bad. But I bought these. I'm going to pull the ones out. And the reason I want to pull them out that are in it now is because I also bought this, which is a compression tester for diesel engines. So I bought that, and I want to pull the injectors out, and it's got these 10 millimeter thread adapters that you can put in there, and you can check your compression. So I want to do that. So I'm going to pull the injector. I'm going to pull the glow plugs out anyhow. So if they don't look good or they look like there's something wrong with them, then I can put those cheap Chinese ones in there. Okay. That's not the reason I am making this video today. I'm making this video today because I ordered fuel injectors for this thing, and I've been doing some research, and I found out that Bosch is one of the most counterfeited brands on earth. There's a lot of counterfeit items for Bosch, and I went through eBay. I looked online trying to find injectors for it, and I got all the kinds of different prices, anywhere from like $60 or $70 a piece all the way up to like $600 a piece. They're crazy prices. So I went on eBay and I was trying to find someone who actually sold the Bosch brand of injector. And I don't know if I did or not, but I got them right here. I want to open them up for you guys to see. But I figured out something that really bothers me. So going through eBay, looking at all the injectors they have for sale for the Sprinters, there's a lot of them that show the Bosch box with the injectors to make it appear like they're Bosch. But if you look at the actual listing, it will show that they're not Bosch injectors. They're name brand, unbranded, they call it. So I want to show you guys that. And I've got it brought up here. Sorry about that. I've got it brought up here on my phone. So I'm going to set the phone down here, but I'm going to zoom in so you guys can see what I'm looking at. But anyhow, the reason I'll tell you why this bothers me. It bothers me because eBay doesn't seem to care about it. And it's really, to me, it's fraud. Okay, so I've got 2004 Freightliner Sprinter fuel injector as brought up. And the very first thing that pops up here, there's a one fuel injector. It just says, dadgummit, come on. It just says diesel fuel injector, Freightliner Dodge Sprinter, blah, 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 110 bucks. But if you click, oh, that's the wrong one. Sorry. If you click on it, of course, it shows it with a Bosch box. So you're thinking, oh, it must be a Bosch. Well, the trick you have to do is you have to scroll down to this area here where it says About Items, and it says brand is Bosch. So it says it's brand new, brand is Bosch, 2.75 liter, which is mine. It gives all these part numbers, blah, blah, blah. It's got a 2-year warranty. Okay, and these are $110 a piece. So are they Bosch or not? I don't know. Let's look at the pictures. I mean, there's nothing on there. It shows that number there. Now, from what I've read, this number should be like engraved into the injector. And if you take and you put some paint thinner or anything like that on a rag and you wipe it and that disappears, then that's not. It's a Chinese injector because it's fake, because they just print it on it. They don't emboss it into the injector itself. So that's one way of telling. But these pictures really don't show that much here. I mean, that doesn't really show anything. The bad thing is there's really not the name Bosch on the injectors. Of course, even if there was, the guys who fake them could just emboss or put the name on it themselves. So let's look at the description. All right. So this says, gives you OE numbers, tells you what it'll fit. It doesn't say really anything about what brand it is on here that I can see. But then, well, that down here, these are different injectors for different vehicles, so I don't care about them. So let's go back, and I want to find another one. Here's one for $104. Sorry, you guys can't even see that. They want me to confirm it fits, so I can put my vehicle down there. It says this doesn't fit, but down here it says it doesn't say what year it is. But I want to scroll down here. Now again, it's showing the Bosch box. See that? So I want to scroll down here, and it says Bosch. Is it a Bosch or is it not for $100? I don't know, because it says it is. And it says 2004 to 2006, which mine's a 2004, so this should fit. It doesn't really say on here whether it's anything but a Bosch. So that says Bosch as well. Let's scroll down here. Let me zoom out a little bit so you guys can see a little better what I'm doing. I'm just trying to get this where you can see what I'm doing here. So this one here, that's for a different vehicle. That's a Sprinter there, but I'm trying to find a little different one here. Here's one that's a set of 5 for $480. All right, let's look at that. Again, they want you to confirm whether it fits or not. It disappeared, so I'm assuming it does fit. It says fuel injector 5 times for Dodge Sprinter. Doesn't say anything about Bosch, but it shows a Bosch box. Okay, but then you scroll down here, and it does say brand is Bosch again. Now, is it Bosch? I don't know. It says it is. And the description, let's find the description. Right there. Again, it shows all the part numbers, blah, blah, blah. It says it comes with the copper O-ring, rigorous testing, blah, blah, blah. Let's see where these are located. Let's look at the location. Let's see if we can find that. I don't know if it even says. Well, I don't see where it says. And see, eBay has changed their website now. They've changed it to where it used to be you could just scroll down here and you could find really easily where this item's located at. Now it's like disappeared. I don't even understand. There it is, Hebron, Kentucky. And I can tell you, there's a lot of stuff that's made in China that comes out of Hebron, Kentucky. There must be some kind of a warehouse there or something, because I see a lot of stuff on eBay that's from Hebron, Kentucky. But I want to scroll down here a little bit more. $452. Again, it says Bosch. Doesn't say Bosch in the description. It says Bosch down there for the brand, but I want to find one that doesn't say that. I know they're here because I've seen them. These here are used ones that I've looked at. But it's just interesting when you look at this. All right, there's 5 of them. Now look at this. This is interesting. This is what I was looking for. 5 pieces fuel injector, and it says, instead of saying Bosch, Dodge, Freightliner, blah blah blah, it says for Bosch. So apparently, if you put the word Ford in front of the name brand, you can say that, but even if it isn't really that brand. So it says for Bosch. Now look right down here. See what that says? Brand, unbranded. So they've got a Bosch box up here, and it says for Bosch. It doesn't say Bosch injectors. It just says for Bosch. So I guess by using the word for, they're saying similar to or replaces Bosch or whatever. But you scroll down here, and it says unbranded. That's what I was looking for. Okay, so anyway, in other words, these guys are advertising this as it looks like you might be buying a Bosch injector, but you're not. You're buying a fake one. Even though, and I don't know why eBay allows these companies to show a Bosch box when it's not a Bosch, because if you're not paying attention, you might think, oh, look, it's Bosch, it's showing Bosch, and it says for Bosch, so it must be Bosch injectors. I'm just going to pay $465 and buy it because it fits my car. So I don't know why eBay allows this. It's crap. It's garbage. It shouldn't be allowed. If they're not Bosch, you shouldn't be allowed to put a box from someone else's name brand and then have an unnamed product with someone else's name brand product box next to it. It's just garbage. This one here's the same way. It doesn't say Bosch, but it's showing a Bosch box and brand Garage Send. So in other words, they're Chinese junk, Chinese garbage, but it shows a Bosch box. I don't know why eBay allows this. Okay, and here's another one, $549. That one also has a Bosch box. It doesn't say Bosch on the description, but if we scroll down here, again, Garage Send. Or is that, no, that's not the same one. Okay. Here's a different one, $535. It doesn't say Bosch in the description, but it does show a Bosch box again. And if you scroll down here, brand Antonis, in other words, Chinese junk. I'm trying to find these other ones. Now here's an interesting one here. If you notice, they got the Bosch box, but they've like modified the picture to cover up the word Bosch for the most part. You can still see some of it. It doesn't say Bosch in the description. Down here, unbranded. But it's funny, they'll put the Bosch box in there, but they'll cover up the word Bosch. I mean, it's just the unscrupulousness of some people, these Chinese people that make this garbage, is just unbelievable. There's another one, shows a Bosch box, just says injector for my vehicle. Scroll down, unbranded. So even though it shows a Bosch box, it's Chinese made junk, unbranded. I'm trying to find this other one that I saw. Where's it at? There's just so many. It amazes me how many of these. Now look at this. This says 5 OEM fuel injectors. So OEM, you'd think, and of course it shows a Bosch box, OEM, and let's see what it says down here. Unbranded. So again, it's a Chinese knockoff brand but they're saying it's OEM, which it's not. It's not OEM. You can't go to the dealership and buy these OEM. That's not OEM. Again, that's false advertising, and eBay does nothing about it. But you can see down through here all these different Garage Send. That's the same one before. Let's scroll down and see what it says for brand on it. No, it says unbranded. See that? Now that Garage Send we saw before they said it was Garage Send brand. Now they're still showing the Bosch box, and they're still showing it as now they're showing it as unbranded. Okay, so we scroll down a little further. I'm trying to find that one. That one's just says 5 fuel injectors. Doesn't say the brand, but it shows the Bosch box. Now it says there the brand is Bosch. What I did is I sent emails to these guys, and I asked them, are they genuine Bosch or are they unbranded? And one of them actually admitted to me they were unbranded. Let me see. I'm trying to find that one. There was one in here that was. I may have saved it in my cart. I need to look because I can't find it now. All right, cart. Let's see if it's in there. Nope, it's not in there. All right, hold on a second. Let me pause the video for a second. Hold on. All right, here's another one. It's showing. It says fuel injector for Dodge Sprinter 2.7 liter 04 to 06. But if you click on the picture and see what they've done, they've taken and put a sticker over the Bosch name. But yet it still shows Bosch. Well then, if you go down and you look at their description, look, it's all in freaking Chinese. You can't even read it. So who knows what you're buying, you know. But yet they're showing it with the intention of making you think it's a Bosch. All right, hold on, I'll be right back. All right, I'm going to show you guys this. This is obviously a different vehicle. It's for a Mazda. But if you notice, they got the Bosch box here, and they've got the word Bosch all grayed out or blocked out. But then it says, fits for Bosch. Ah, come on. Fits for Bosch. So they're making you think it might be a Bosch. And they're showing a Bosch box with the Bosch word blocked out. But then you look down here, and the brand is CC Tech 7, whatever that means. But anyhow, I want to go back. And now look, I'm just going to scroll back through here and notice how many of these injectors they got for sale on eBay that are showing the Bosch box. But yet, the majority of them are not Bosch. And probably for the price you're paying here, probably very few of them are Bosch. I don't know. I don't know how many of them are and how many of them aren't. But it's just funny that you scroll up through here and everybody's using the Bosch box. Some picture they stole off the internet probably. But yet they're claiming, but you don't see Bosch, the word Bosch in the description. Not very often. But when I first started doing this, there was a lot more of them that said Bosch. But I don't know if it's made a difference when I complained to eBay or what. But you know, it's just, you can see how many of these, there's that Garage Send again. You can see how many of these are just showing the Bosch box. And, you know, to the uneducated person or someone who just, you know, is looking on there, oh, you're thinking, oh, I'm getting a set of Bosch injectors, okay. And you just buy, I've done it before. I've bought something thinking it was a name brand because the picture showed it that. And then I get it, it's not even what I've ordered, and I end up having to send it back because I didn't know that. So that's what I wanted to show you. But I want to show you something else here. Hold on just a second. I'll be right back. All right. Now, this is an email I got from eBay, okay? I sent emails complaining about several of these listings that were showing it as Bosch, and even said the name Bosch, and then when you look down there below, it said unbranded. So it says, we looked into your report and didn't find a listing to be in violation of our policy. This determination was made using automation or artificial intelligence. So they don't even actually look at this stuff. They have artificial intelligence look at it. As long as the wording's okay, then they don't give a crap about it. They don't actually look at it. They don't see the picture where they're showing a Bosch injector and they're not selling Bosch. But I just want to show that to you guys. But now, there is my injectors that I got in the mail. So let's open them up and take a look at them. I'm just kind of curious what they're going to look like when we open them up. Okay, so let's get them over here. I'm going to make sure you guys can see what I'm doing here. All right, you don't need to see me, you need to see what I'm doing. I'm going to back this out. There we go. Okay. Now, let's take a look at these. And I ordered these. Oh, wait a minute. Hold on a second. Okay, sorry, I'm back. I wanted to find this stuff before I showed it to you. All right, so I saved all these messages. Okay, so if you look, this is the listing that I bought from. It says 5 pieces, part number, Bosch, fits for 2004, 2006 Dodge Sprinter 2.7 liter fuel injector. Okay, so that's the one I bought. It says fits for Dodge Sprinter, so it's Bosch and it fits for that. So okay, so they're saying it's Bosch. Now here's what I did. Go back to here. So here's the messages, and you can see up there the picture. You can see it's the same picture that was on the listing, same company. So I said, are these genuine Bosch injectors? Hi friends, sorry to bother you. Our supplier told us it was genuine and had sold a lot of it without any problem and it would last a long time. So it's genuine Bosch and not a fake knockoff brand. Yes, we purchase our goods from the assembly plants of Bosch. So they say they're and purchased these injectors from Bosch, directly from Bosch. Okay? And then I said, so it's a genuine Bosch and not a fake knockoff brand. Yes, we purchase our goods from the assembly plant of Bosch. I already read that. You guarantee they are genuine Bosch injectors. And I said it twice. And they said, yes, they are brand new Bosch injectors. Okay? And then so I accepted their offer. I paid $417.99. So I basically paid $418 for these things, for those injectors. And you can see it says Bosch on the box, Bosch in the description, and when you scroll down on it, it said Bosch in the further description down there I showed you. So now let's open these up, and let's see what they look like, and see if they're Bosch injectors. I don't know. Let's find out. I'm not sure. I'm not even sure how to tell you the truth. I've done some research online, and it says there should be like a holographic sticker on them that shows what they look like. I'm sorry, it shows what they look like. Shows that it's a Bosch brand, and then there should be some numbers. And you should be able to email Bosch with them numbers and verify that they're real. So let's do that. Let's open this up and look at it. And I'm sure they're in Bosch boxes. Yep, they are. They're in Bosch boxes. All right, so let's take one out of here. So now, one thing you want to look for on these, from what I've read online, you want to look for this security sticker on there. You can't open the box unless if you tear the security sticker, then it's been opened. But this one has not been opened. The security sticker's on it. And there's your little, I don't know how well you can see that, but there's a little holographic thing there, and it has a number on it. The number on it is GR9G7J. GR9G7J. Now, supposedly you can enter these numbers into Bosch's website, and it will tell you whether these are genuine or not. But it says Bosch on the box. I mean, it looks pretty legitimate to me. There's no other sticker on the box other than that. I don't know how to tell if it's real Bosch or not. Let's open it up and look at it. Break the seal. Again, these seals, I'm sure they could probably, make their own seal and make them look real. Here's the injector. And I don't know if there's like a striking difference between a knockoff and a real one. I don't know. Looks nice. It does have the washer on it. It's got an O-ring there, which I don't know if Bosch injectors have that or not. There's some numbers on it. That does not look like it's embossed on there, but I can't really tell. I should take some carburetor cleaner and try to wipe that off and see what happens. I don't know. I don't know how to tell other than the numbers. I mean, it's a brand new injector, whether it's Bosch or not, I don't know, but it's in a Bosch box, as you can see. So naturally, you would assume that it's a Bosch injector. But what I can do, and what I'm going to do, I'm going to email Bosch with these numbers and see if it comes back as a legitimate injector that's actually a Bosch brand name. Because you saw what they said in their response to me. They said several times they're Bosch injectors. They come from the Bosch plant. That one, they're sealed as well. Yep. Yeah, they're all sealed, and they're all in Bosch boxes. You can see that. Yep. So, again, we can take it. And take that out, look at it. This one's missing a little cap. Okay. Oh, cap's in the bag. But again, how do you? Well, the cap doesn't want to stay on there. You know, it's got that number there on it. I'd like to take some brake cleaner and see if I can wipe that off. I'm just curious if I can wipe it off with something. But you know, is it genuine? I don't know. I don't know how to tell. But anyhow, so what I'm going to do, I'm going to take and I'm going to email Bosch and I'm going to ask them to verify these numbers for me and see if I can get them to verify whether these are genuine Bosch injectors or whether they're not. I don't know. I have no idea. Okay, so I'll make a separate video on the response because I don't know what the response is going to be, and it may take, you know, it may take a day, it may take a month. I don't know how long it's going to take. But I mean, if you look at these boxes, they got all these Bosch markings on them. They got the seal, they got the little sticker thing on there, the little holographic sticker, which I've seen online. They look a little different than that, but I don't know. I don't know if these are real or not. But anyhow, it just bothers me that eBay allows this to happen. They shouldn't allow it. As far as I'm concerned, it's fraud. Because if you have an injector laying next to a Bosch box, you're trying to insinuate or make the person buying it think that it's a Bosch injector. Even if it's not, you're making them think that. And you're hoping that they won't even look. They'll just, oh look, it's Bosch, and they'll buy it. Oh look, it's cheap, it's low cost, so I'm gonna buy it. And these were $418. I don't know if that's expensive or not. They're a little over $100 a piece. I don't know. I've seen them online for as high as $600 a piece. So are these legitimate Bosch or are they not? I don't know. But anyway, I just wanted to make this video. And you guys give me your opinion. Do you think they're Bosch or do you think they're not Bosch? I don't know. All right, guys. I appreciate you watching. Like I said, I'm going to email Bosch and give them these numbers and see what comes back. And when I get that answer back, I'll do a video and show you guys how to do it yourself. So you can do it, you can check it yourself. I'm just curious what they're going to say. Because these look like genuine Bosch injectors to me. They do. Whether they are or not, I don't know. But again, let me email them and I'll get back to you guys and let you know what they say. So I appreciate you guys watching. Again, comment below. Tell me what you think. You know, you think they're real, you think they're not. I'm probably going to put them on the Sprinter just to see what they do. Unless I pull the other ones out and they're like in really good shape, then maybe I won't. I don't know. But I bought them because of the one that was leaking, and I think I probably got some other problems too. But I'll talk about that when I get out to the van. So, all right, guys, I appreciate you watching, and we'll see what happens. I'll let you know what happens, what Bosch says about these. Thanks for watching. All right, guys, talk to you later. Bye.